Hello, hello, there's a quick guide to the Moon Heist Battleground, Grandmaster Nightfall. This Grandmaster Nightfall has anti-barrier and unstoppable champions. Also Void threat is on. Make sure you have Void resist. The Void hurts a lot with the grenades and also the sniper boss at the end. We have Solar Surge on this week again, and Strain Surge with Overcharged Sniper. For our loadouts, we're bringing 3 Solar Warlocks. We've all got Phoenix Protocol. We're going to be just chaining wells the whole way through. With the build, it's got Combustion, Eruption, Char, and Ashes. You'll see me doing explosions when I pop a well and get kills with my solar weapons. There'll be a ton of explosions with this build. It's great. Polaris Lance is really good this season because it gets Radiant with the rapid precision hits from the artifact perk, and also can do Unstoppable with the explosion. So you'll see that paired quite a lot. The main artifact perks you need for this are Kindling Trigger, because that will make Polaris Lance do more Scorch on the enemies, which helps stun the unstoppable champions. Also, Flint Striker means that will get Radiant from rapid precision hits. Revitalizing Blast is great also because that will give you Weaken on bosses and champions as well. Those are the 3 main ones you want to have. Heart of the Flame's also good for giving Radiant, but you should have Radiant most of the time just because you're in Wells of Radiance. Dave is also bringing Wishhander just for the extra help on the anti-barriers, just in case the Radiant doesn't come in clutch, but we're all running these 3 builds. You don't need 3 Warlocks. I actually think a Hunter with Void would be really good for this as well. Orpheus Rig Hunters would be great, but that is what we've decided to bring for this one. Another really good option is Strand Titans. Strand Titans are really strong, especially staying alive during the Ghost Scan section. However, the worry with Strand Titan is the start here. They can be very susceptible to death. If they try and run in and just start meleeing things down here, especially where the knights are, it's kind of hard to get the melee chaining in your Banner of War going. So Warlocks up the top here, and just kind of sitting back and annihilating all the ads ends up being the best play. Like I said, avoid Hunter in the Ghost Scan room is great as well, because all the enemies kind of run into the middle. You can kind of do a big tether, get most of it back, and you'll be helping the wells, chain wells, and getting your tether back really quickly with all the orbs. As you can see, because I was getting Radiant on precision hits, I can just shoot straight through the barrier shield. Now we want to try and stop this Acolyte from getting all the way back. Otherwise he's going to spawn that totem, and it'll stop our abilities and give all the ads a shield. If you can't kill it, it's not the biggest deal, because you can still just stay here and kill him. We'll just give the ads a shield, that's all. We just got it in time though. Alright, I got my well. We're going to start chaining supers. We'll start seeing as well when we get kills inside the well, it's going to cause combustion explosions because of the fragments that I have on this build. Works really well when all the ads, the acolytes, spawn up here in a minute. We'll go down and get them. And you just want to watch out for the tower. The tower can actually multi-kill as well. If your ally gets blown up right next to you, they can actually get you killed. So make sure you stay aware of that. You don't want to go too far forward and put yourself in danger of not having good cover from that laser beam. And you can feel free to use heavy as well. There's a heavy box up here that will give you full ammo at the end. Other very important thing, this is the boss knight that's already spawned. You want to kill him last. We have to kill the champion first. The anti-barrier's right there. If you kill that boss first, then everything else despawns, including the champions, and you can lose platinum like that. So just make sure the boss is the last thing to die. If you used any heavy, you can just grab the ammo to get full heavy, but Just main the scout rifle that whole time. As you can see, Polaris Lance is doing a lot of work this season. It works really well with all those solar artifact perks. Like I was talking about, to get Radiant, just rapid precision hits with Rays of Precision, I think it's called. Actually, that might be the explosion one, but you'll see it in the artifact perk. Make sure that's active, and it makes it really strong. Obviously pairing the other ones as well, like Revitalizing Blast to debuff the bosses and champions. Works great on a solar subclass. Make sure you have those equipped as well. If you are curious about the loadouts at any point, in the description of the video I'll put a link where you can look and see the builds that we're running. I'm going to show off a cheese for the scan room that you can do. You don't have to do the cheese, you can do it normally, it just makes it easier, that's all. Especially with 3 Warlock Wells, you can actually just chain wells infinitely in there. There's so many enemies, especially with Phoenix on. You'll easily get all your super back. But I know some people like the cheese strats. I think it makes it easier, so I'll show that off. But where I'd normally stay, doing a non-cheese strat, there's 2 kind of main places to stay. The first one is just right here at the doorway. For the ghost scan to continue, you do need to be inside the room, at least one of you. So you can stay here, popping wells. You've got good cover from the snipers and other things, just got ads spawning from here, and you can duck into the doorway and run away if things get hairy. Other method is, I do like sitting in the back there. Again, most of the ads come to middle. You can do a similar thing without the easy escape option though. But the cheese, you can get up into the ceiling there, but it counts you as out of bounds when you're up there. So the ghost scan will actually stop. We'll get Dave to come over and hide here though. You can get into this little spot right here and just crouch down. You got to get right into the bottom, and then basically you just can't get seen. Now if you get one person in there, they're counted as in the room, so the ghost scan will continue, and as long as they don't do anything crazy, the enemies shouldn't notice them. But if they peek out, they could get grenaded by all the grenades. They do have to be kind of careful. Now we can leave and go outside if we want, or we can stay in here. We're going to have to kill the enemies at 50% at the very least. But we don't need to play too dangerously. I'm going to probably back out. When it gets to 25%, we're going to get the first champion. And at 50% is when the scan will stop completely. So you can see 2 champs just spawned. And they just stop the scan. That's the yellow bar that we need to kill. They're the one that stopped the scan, as well as the champion. So we've got to kill them. There we go. Now they're dead. And go back into hiding. You can just keep killing the ads. Now it is kind of more dangerous sitting up there, so it's going to back off. No need. We're going to get more mages and champions spawn soon anyway that are going to stop the scan. There they are. Yeah, the snipers there. Yeah, without Dave sitting in that spot, when we exited the room, the ghost scan would have stopped and we would have to go and restart the scan each time that we kill the enemies. Which can get dangerous as the enemies don't stop spawning. Once you've killed them all, they're on a timer and they just keep spawning. So the best strategy is to kind of have someone always in the room. If you don't want to cheese, like I said, you could have all three of you just staying here and just never leave. Or down below there. It's whatever feels safer to you. This big guy even respawns as well. But we'll kill him just because it makes it safer temporarily, but if we take too long, they're just going to keep respawning as well. So the best thing is to just take out the yellow bars, get the ghost scan continuing. Unlucky. Still just that unstoppable, very weak. There we go. Now the scan starts again, we could just sit here and wait the 12%. If we wanted to, they're all going to despawn anyway. Alright. Now there is a chest over here. Replenish all your ammo. Dave probably really low on ammo now.
So low.
As we go through the next section, take it slow. You'd die one shot to these lasers. Always hang left, and take a right, and a left, and down the middle. Don't need to rush it, you don't want to be the person costing all your reses right there. Also, you want to kind of wait for your team before you go too far forward, because it's going to start the timer for ads to spawn if you drop down. So just make sure everyone's here. Now you want to get the laser that's up the top above where you spawn in, and then I also go get one on one of the sides. You should only need two, especially because solar burns on. The lasers actually do solar damage, but they will count for solar burn. That's why sometimes the lasers feel like they kill in less than other times, even on normal strikes, because they do actually work with burn damage. I gotta be careful jumping back though, there could be some ads. Looks like team's keeping it clear though. They're just sitting up there shooting down when they spawn in. But they've already used the laser that spawns at the top. Take them out, I can finish it off. Now, if for some reason you didn't get all the laser and you need to get it again, just go back to where you got the one on the side. They respawn. Then you don't have to go kill ads again on the other side. Also, don't jump down straight away. It does take a little bit for the ads to despawn. Now, in the boss room, there's a few ways to get into the cheese spot. You can either climb on here and run up the pipes, is one way. I find an easy way though, because you have to scan to start this anyway. Another easy way is to run at the back, and you can get up in the ceiling. You don't want to go too far back. There is a death zone. If you go too far back from there, you can just jump up on the pipes. And then you can get up onto the roof here. You can either stand in the middle or go onto one of the sides, whatever your choice. You do have to be careful. Enemies do like to throw nades at you. If they hit the bottom underneath you, it doesn't do damage, but they hit on the sides, you might get hurt. You do have to be careful up here. Personally, I don't really like it, because you kind of have a bad angle trying to peek on some of the enemies, and you will eventually have to drop down anyway to do the dunking in the middle. So what I like to do is, we've got wells, we're just going to chain them together. And it is relatively safe on the sides. You can actually swap sides as well, depending on where the boss goes. If the boss comes down here, you can just run to the other side and take out the ads slowly. You see the boss went down on the left there, so we can just stay here. There'll be some snipers that spawn, 4 orange bar snipers. We can take those out. The ads on the left will have also spawned. So what we can do is, once the sniper's dead, we can walk forwards to the halfway point and keep killing the boss and the enemies from here. This is where, like I said, a tether could also come in handy, where you got enemies spawning in, pop a tether. You got infinite wells chaining with that as well. Alright, boss has gone back to the middle, so we could either go back to one of the sides or whatever we choose. I'm gonna go back to the side. Our well's about to run out anyway. Alright, boss has gone left again. I'll make sure we take out these sniper ads first though. Is this still there? That might be safe. Now this is where void resist comes in handy. I've got double void resist on with tier 10 resilience to make sure we can't get one shot by the snipers. When his shield goes up, when we get back to the side, we're going to have 2 unstoppables spawn, as well as the captains. The captains, honestly, these chieftains, are the most dangerous thing. They can melt you very fast. You do want to be very wary of them, and they keep respawning as well. Alright, champions are dead. Now the ads respawn every time you dunk a ball. So one method is to try and dunk 2 at once, just so that you don't have to deal with the ads as much, but that can be dangerous. Trying to get 2 balls each time, especially when the ads just keep respawning. There's sometimes, and also has a time limit before it disappears, so sometimes it's better just to take it and go. Oh, can we get 3? Reops' one disappeared. Alright. We're gonna get More ads spawn, like I said, and the chieftains. Got one ball down there. Gotta be careful, don't want to run in on this chieftain. I think we just dunked, so I'm not gonna go. Ad's already spawned. Hopefully we can get these two. That'll get us fully done. Now, same thing as the first phase. The only difference is these chieftains can actually stay. We're also going to get some screebs spawn on this first spawn as well, so just be careful and look out for them. He might have already killed them. Look at the stun lock going on. Okay, here's some screebs. More of them spawned. Looks like he went over to the left side. The reason I didn't choose Cenotaph for this strike is because you get the heavy ammo boxes, even if you are using your heavy lots. Most of the time you don't really run out that much. And in this case, Polaris Lance very strong already anyway, but I'm not using a lot of my heavy. So I found Phoenix a lot better, just for the chaining of the wells with your teammates. Boss should be in the middle for the final. And that's it. Like I said, you could have cheesed up there, but I feel like the cheese takes longer, to be honest, than what we just did. Playing it slow, using your wells, playing as a team, and go to the sides if you need to stay away from the ads. But don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thank you all for watching. We release guides for all the GMs, so check out the playlist if you want to see the other ones. And I'll see you all next time. Bye. Thanks for watching and make sure to subscribe for more. Special thanks to our channel members City, Burnt Toast, Jitty Finn, Hob, Badger and Jakey for their continued support.